Hello students, welcome to my chemistry channel. So students, hope you have seen my last video lecture, that was the Clemmensen reduction. Okay, so today I have came with a new topic, new name reaction, that is the Wolff-Kishner reduction, and this Wolff-Kishner reduction is similar to that of the Clemmensen reduction, only there is a change of the reagents and the catalyst. Okay, the substrate remains the same. There also we are using the aldehyde and the ketones, and here also we will use aldehyde or the ketones, and we will reduce it. Okay, this is also the reduction of aldehyde and the ketones into the corresponding alkane, or you can say the hydrocarbon, and that hydrocarbon is the alkane, right? So in this reaction also the same thing, it is a reduction reaction, and reduction of the aldehyde or the ketones, okay, and it will get reduced into what? Hydrocarbon, that is the alkane. So now student, let us see what is the difference between the two reactions. Both are the reduction reactions, but what is the exact difference in terms of the reagents and the catalyst what we are using. So now let us see the reaction, and then we will see the mechanism of it. Now students, this Wolff-Kishner reduction, it is a reduction of aldehyde and ketones to the corresponding alkanes in the presence of a base. You can use KOH as a base, okay, and a solvent, and that solvent you can use ethylene glycol. Now here this ethylene glycol can be used as a solvent, and we are using a base, that is the KOH. Okay, you can take NOH also. Here I have written KOH. Okay. Now, where is the difference, students? See, this reaction is also the reduction reaction. Okay. Similar to that of the Clemmensen reduction. So if you have not seen that Clemmensen reduction reaction, students, do see the Clemmensen reduction reaction first, so that you can get the idea what type of reaction it is, how we are carrying out the reduction process, and what is the product of it. What is the substrate and what is the product. So that you can correlate with the Clemmensen reduction reaction. That is my previous video lecture. So this reaction, students, this is the reduction of aldehyde or the ketone to the corresponding alkane in the presence of a base, that is the KOH, and a solvent, that is a ethylene glycol. Okay, now where is the difference? See, in this Wolff-Kishner reduction, students, this aldehydes or ketones get reacted with hydrazine. Okay, it get reacted with the hydrazine first. Okay, before coming to this base and the solvent, it is this aldehyde of the ketone, whatever the substrate you will choose in either of these two, it will get reacted with the hydrazine. You have to react with the hydrazine to get what? To get hydrazone. This is the product. When it is reacting with the hydrazine, this is hydrazone, and then this hydrazone is going to react in the presence of what? Base and the solvent to give you the alkane. This is the difference. Okay, I hope you have understood this. That in this Wolff-Kishner reduction, this aldehyde of the ketone, first you have to react with the hydrazine, right, to get the hydrazone, and then this hydrazone in the presence of a base and the solvent, it will give you the corresponding alkane. Okay, now we will see the reaction of it, and then I will tell you the mechanism of it. Hope this is very much clear to you. So that is the reason, students, if you have not seen my previous video lecture, just see that previous video lecture, that is the Clemmensen reduction reaction, so that you can get an idea. Okay. Now, let us see this. In the same way, I am taking one, suppose, aldehyde or the ketone, okay, in the presence of this hydrazine, okay, and there is a base, that is the KOH I have used, and the ethylene glycol. the solvent. Here I am writing in bracket so that you won't get confused. Solvent. Okay. Ethylene glycol. This is used as a solvent, and this is the base KOH to give what? To give CH2. Means here also, just like the Clemmensen reduction, students, this carbonyl functional group is getting converted into the CH2, that is a methylene group. Okay, the same thing we have seen in the Clemmensen reduction. Only I told you that the catalyst and the reagents are different, but the product and the substrate remains the same. This is also the reduction reaction, that was also the reduction reaction. Right? So here we will write here alkane. Whatever the aldehyde or the ketone you will select, accordingly you will get the alkane. Now I am just showing it one example. For example, if I am taking here CH3 and here I am taking H, this is O. Right? Same thing I am writing NH2, NH2. This is what? This is hydrazine. In the presence of what? KOH, that is a base, and the ethylene glycol solvent to get what? I told you, simply student, don't get confused that what will be the product. Simply you convert this carbonyl functional group into the methylene group CH2. That's it. No need to think much about this, that how to write the product. Very easy method. Because this reduction in both Clemmensen and the Wolff-Kishner, this carbonyl functional group is getting converted into the methylene group. That's it. So simply you write here CH2, and accordingly I told you whatever the aldehyde or the ketones you are selecting. Here I have taken the aldehyde because here it is hydrogen. So this is the aldehyde. If you are replacing with another alkyl group, whether it is CH3 or any other alkyl group, it will be ketone. Then accordingly we have to place it this side and this side. So here I am placing CH3 and here I am placing hydrogen. Now I can write the name of this alkane. This is CH3 and this is CH3. Means this is what? Ethane. Right? Now, let us see this mechanism of it, student. Here you can write, in bracket you can write alkane. The corresponding alkane we have got. Right? Now, hope you have understood this reaction. This was the reaction, student. Okay. Now let us see the mechanism of it. How we came with this product. Okay, I will take the same example so that I will show you how we came with this ethane. Okay, that will be much more clear to you. Now let us see the mechanism of it. So the reaction is quite similar, students, but the difference is what? That we have to first react the aldehyde or the ketone what we have chosen with the hydrazine to get the hydrazone. Now I have taken what? I have taken there C double bond O. Here I have taken CH3. Here I have taken H. Means CH3CHO, acetaldehyde. Means this is the aldehyde we have taken. Okay, I am writing here acetaldehyde. Okay. First step means we have to react with what? Hydrazine. I am writing like this, H2N, NH2. Okay. This is the mechanism I am telling you. Already we have seen the reaction. Now we are seeing the mechanism of it. When you are reacting with this, what will happen? How it will react with the hydrazine? This oxygen and this hydrogen, H2. Okay. You can do like this. Means there is a removal of water molecule. Okay, there is a removal of water molecule and rest of the molecule will join together. Okay, how it will join? The product will be what? It will be C double bond N NH2, and here as usual it is what? CH3, and here it is H. Clear? Only the thing is you have to write here minus H2O. Okay. See, this type of reaction you will find that when you will study the reaction of aldehyde and the ketones, that they are reacting with the ammonia derivatives with the removal of water molecule, you will come with this kind of reaction. Later on in the video lecture, I will come with that topic also. But for this reaction, I am telling you how this reaction occurs. This O and this H2O will go out, okay, and the entire this side and this side will be joined together, okay, and this double bond will be there. Only oxygen we are removing, and this H2, not the bonds. We are not touching any bonds. Clear? So this will be the initial product. That is this is the hydrazone, you can say. This is the hydrazone. Now, what will happen in the next step? Already you know you have a base. The role of that KOH or the NOH, whatever the base you are using it, is to abstract the acidic proton or the acidic hydrogen. Okay, the role of that base is to knock out the acidic hydrogen. Clear? Whenever we will use the base KOH, means we will remove one hydrogen, and that too acidic hydrogen. Clear? Now, what will happen? It will react with the base now. This is the base what we have used. It will react with the base. Now, you know, I told you the base will remove the acidic hydrogen. Now, we have one hydrogen, the acidic hydrogen, that is directly linked to this nitrogen. You know, nitrogen is highly electronegative. So, this is the acidic hydrogen. One hydrogen will be removed. So, what will happen? It will be CH3, H double bond, N, one hydrogen gone, NH, and here we have the negative. Okay, means that H has gone in the form of a positive, leaving behind the negative, right? Then you will get this intermediate. Clear? In the next reaction, what will happen? This negative charge will come down. When this negative charge is coming down, this bond will break on this carbon. Just understand this, student. This is very much important. This negative will coming down to form a double bond over here, and this double bond, out of this double two bonds, one bond will break on this carbon atom, right? So what we will get? Here we will get, this is CH3. Here we have the hydrogen. One bond is there, one bond has been broken, one bond is there. Here we have the nitrogen. There is a formation of a double bond because this negative charge is coming down. Negative charge means 2 electrons. Okay, so here we have double bond NH, right? And here we will get what? A negative charge, because this bond has broken on this carbon, means the 2 electrons. One bond means 2 electrons, and that too, both the electrons came on this carbon atom and in the form of a negative charge. And I told you negative charge also consists of 2 electrons. Clear? Now, what will happen? In this, it will react with the water. Already water we have. Okay, so we have removed this. So hydrazone plus water. So that water, what will be the role of this water molecule, students? The role of this water molecule, because you know water consists of H plus as well as the OH minus. You know, wherever we have the carbon carrying a negative charge, okay, H plus can easily go and attack on this, because plus always go for the negative, that you know, right? Now, what will happen? This positive from water molecule, this H plus will go and attack on this carbon carrying a negative charge and form a bond with it. How it will be? It will be like this. N double bond NH, as it is we will write here. Here we will write CH3. Here we will write hydrogen, and one hydrogen here I am attaching it. Okay, or else if you want, you can attach it here for your understanding, because in place of this negative charge I am attaching this hydrogen, and this hydrogen came from this water molecule because it contains both H plus and the OH minus. Okay, clear? Now again in the next step what will happen? It will react with the molecule of KOH. Again KOH came here, means the base, and I told you that the base will abstract the acidic hydrogen. Again you have one hydrogen left over here. Now this hydrogen will move out, right, because of this base. So what will happen? It will form CH3, H, here it will be N, double bond N, here we will give the minus. Clear? Understood this? Because one hydrogen was there and that hydrogen was also abstracted by this base. Because this base is for that purpose only here, students. For the purpose of abstraction of this hydrogen. That is the acidic hydrogen. Now we will get a negative charge over here and as it is. Right? Now in the next step what will happen? In the next step, this negative charge, it will fall here. Clear? This negative charge will fall here means already we have that double bonds. When negative charge is coming, means the two electrons are coming and forming a bond, means here we will have what? There is a formation of a triple bond between the nitrogen and the nitrogen. Clear? Now when it is falling down, this bond will break on this carbon. This bond will break on this carbon. Now means this is not there. Now the bond has been broken. Only one bond was there, so it has broken on this carbon. Means both the electrons of this bond has came to this carbon atom. Clear? So what will happen? So I can say when this bond has been broken and this negative charge is falling on this nitrogen and nitrogen is forming a triple bond over here, means there is a release of a nitrogen gas. Can we say here minus N2? Nitrogen, both the nitrogen will go out in the form of a nitrogen gas. It will be what? Right? So we can write here like this, C, here we have CH3, we have hydrogen, and here we have what? Suppose negative charge. On this carbon we have the negative charge. Now what will happen? Already nitrogen has been expelled out, right? Now in the last step what will happen? We will use the water molecule. You know the role of water molecule as well. That the water molecule we are using for the H plus for the protonation purpose. Right? Here you are writing H2O, you can write here H plus for your understanding, for your remembrance. So here it will attack on this negative charge, and when it is attacking on this negative charge, it will form a bond, and ultimately you will get it like this. Here it will be hydrogen, CH3, hydrogen, and one hydrogen that is being added over here. Now here you see, already carbon is having a CH3, and now this carbon is having 1, 2 and 3. Means here I can write CH3, CH3. That is the ethane. Right? This is the ethane, that is alkene. So students, hope you have understood this mechanism also. Very simple way. Just correlate with the Clemmensen. Remember Clemmensen, you can remember this also. How? Because same substrate, aldehyde and ketone, the same substrate is going to be reduced, okay, into what? Into the corresponding alkene. The only difference is in this Wolff-Kishner reduction, you have to use the hydrazine to form the hydrazone, and the reagents and the catalysts are different, that you have to use the base, and the role of this base is to abstract the acidic proton or the acidic hydrogen, right? And there we are using the water molecule, and this water molecule is providing the proton. For protonation purpose, we are using the water molecule. Wherever you have used the water molecule, you are adding the proton, right? And wherever you have used this KOH, what you are doing? You are abstracting the acidic hydrogen, right? So this is how the reaction goes, okay? And finally, we came with this product, that is the alkane ethane, what we have seen in the reaction. So I hope you have understood all this reaction mechanism also. Okay. So student, if you have liked this video lecture, do like it, share it and subscribe to my channel. Okay. And for more lecture video, in the next video lecture, I will come with a new topic, a new name reaction. If you have any doubts, you can write there in the comment section. If you want any other name reaction that to be dealt, that also you can write there in the comment section. I will make that lecture video for you, right? So till then, thank you very much. You can take the screenshot of this. Thank you.